Lockdown. Lockdown. Lockdown for Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
And that is the breaking news we've been following tonight. You heard the announcement right there. Wright-Patterson Air Force Base on lockdown after reports of an active shooter.
Now, this started just before 9:30 tonight with that message for all base personnel to lock down. 2 News reporter Allison Gens is live outside Wright-Pat with the latest breaking details. Allison, what do we know right now?
Brooke, John, officials are telling us that base security forces have already completed their first sweep of the NASIC building and are going in for a second sweep. And now, since we've been standing here for about an hour, we have noticed some law enforcement leaving from the front entrance of the Air Force Base. Now, we do have some information. We'll show you some of the Facebook posts from the 88th Air Base Wing. Those say that they got the initial call around 9:25 this evening for a report of an active shooter at the National Air and Space Intelligence Center, which is in Area A of the Air Force Base. The base is still on lockdown. We do continue to hear that lockdown message from where we are standing. Now, in a response to that post, in a comment, the 88th Air Force Base said, "We understand that there are concerns and questions. Our first priority is to protect our people. All of our military and civilian employees are trained to quickly assess the situation and take appropriate action." Now, we do continue to hear that lockdown message. However, we have seen cars that are lining up at the gate begin to go into the base, though we don't know information at this time about why those cars are being let in. Now, I did speak to an employee who works in that NASIC building, and she told me that she doesn't know any information about what happened tonight, but she says that she was recently switched off from working the night shift and says she's just grateful that she wasn't there working tonight. Now, Wright-Pat responders do continue to remain at the base and on the scene, and we'll continue to bring you more information as it becomes available. Live from outside Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Allison Gens, 2 News, working for you.
All right, thank you, Allison. We have team coverage of this breaking news at this hour at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Yeah, the base on lockdown for more than 2 hours after those initial reports of an active shooter centered around the NASIC building. We have 2 News reporter Caroline Morse also there outside the base. Caroline, what are you seeing?
Brooke, I'm standing on top of the hill next to Gate 12 that you can see behind me, right next to the Hope Hotel. And right now you can see when a lockdown is in place, no cars are allowed in and off the base. However, in the last couple moments, we have seen several cars drive on base. Now, I'm going to step out of the way and tell you what we've seen so far. Right now, we've seen Dayton Police and Beaver Creek Township cruisers parked. There's no word on how those officers might be assisting with this situation. Now, we have reached out to many local law enforcement agencies that say they are not responding to some of those. Now, some of those are Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, Ohio State Police, Beaver Creek Police, Fairborn Police, and Greene County Sheriff's Office. Now, if you are in the area as well, you might be hearing over the loud intercom of them announcing the lockdown. This has been going on since around 9:30 and is continuing as long as the lockdown is in place. Now, the NASIC building is actually basically straight ahead behind these trees and up around near the highway near the other side. We have not seen any ambulances or fire trucks or anything of that nature. It is a very quiet scene here on base. Now, we're going to stay here as long as officials will give an update. Just moments ago, we spoke with them, and they did say as soon as this lockdown is lifted, they will have one. However, they say that could be anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours. But we'll be here through the night, keeping you up to date on this current situation. Live at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, I'm Caroline Morse, 2 News, working for you.